Our next video comes from Buenos Aires in Argentina. The year is 2018. This woman is in her yard when she sees a very scary sight. Her neighbor's house was on fire and there was no way out. There was a mother, a father and 3 children inside. She started screaming for help, but luckily a man named Gaston was passing by. He was walking his dog at the time. The dog was a stray that he had adopted. He had found it a few months prior. It was in bad shape, dirty, hungry and injured. But since then, the dog became his best friend. Gaston took the dog home, fed it and loved it. And to his surprise, the dog became well-mannered and obedient. At first he thought it was a Labrador, but now he thinks it's part German Shepherd. Gaston continued walking. He didn't know what was about to happen. Meanwhile, the family inside the burning building started to panic. They were desperate for an escape. Then suddenly they saw Gaston approaching. "Can you help us? Our house is on fire and we can't get out," the mother screamed. Without hesitation, Gaston jumped into action. He grabbed a hose and tried putting out the flames, but it was no use. Then he had an idea. He told the dog to go into the burning house. The dog hesitated, but then went in. It started barking loudly to let the family know where it was. Luckily, they were able to grab the dog and escape through a window. Everyone was safe, including the dog. A while later, Gaston was interviewed by the local news. He said, "The dog went in without any problems. It found the kids and led them to the window. It saved their lives. Later, someone made this beautiful art of the incident. It shows Gaston, the dog and the family he saved. And here's a picture of the dog. Looks like a good boy to me." Our next video comes from Brazil. A boy was being bullied at school. It hurt him deeply. One day he decided to run away from home. He didn't tell anyone where he was going. He just left. He walked around the streets all day. He was exhausted, hungry and thirsty. Suddenly, he felt a paw on his leg. He looked down and saw a little dog. The dog licked his hand and barked at some people passing by. Then it walked away. The boy followed the dog. It took him to a supermarket where some people were waiting. They asked the boy if he was lost. He told them what happened. They gave him water and food and then called the police. They also gave the dog some treats. The police eventually found the boy's parents. They were very worried. They hugged their son tightly. Then something amazing happened. The boy's dad adopted the dog. He named it Hero. As for the boy, he learned that true friends will always be there for you. Sometimes it's the strangest of places you'll find your true friends. Our next video comes from Houston in Texas. A woman was walking home late at night when she heard footsteps behind her. She started to get worried. She quickened her pace. Soon enough, she heard the footsteps quicken as well. Then she felt a tap on her shoulder. She turned around and saw a man. He pulled out a knife and said, "Give me your stuff or else." The woman tried to fight back, but the robber was strong. He pushed her to the ground and kept stealing things. Then suddenly, a dog appeared. The dog started biting the robber. He tried to shake it off, but the dog wouldn't let go. That gave the woman enough time to get away. She ran to safety. The dog didn't stop biting until the robber was unconscious. An owner nearby saw what happened. He called the police. When they arrived, they arrested the robber and took him to the hospital. He needed stitches for his wounds. Meanwhile, the woman only had minor injuries. She thanked the dog for saving her life. Sadly, no one knows who the dog's owner is. If you have any information, please let us know in the comments below. Our next video comes from the Dominican Republic. A boy was playing soccer with his friends. The year is 2017. Suddenly, one of the boys fell to the ground. He was having a seizure. His friends didn't know what to do. Then one of the boys remembered that his dog was nearby. He quickly ran to get it. The dog was a Doberman. It was big and scary looking, but very friendly and obedient. The boy brought the dog back to his friend. He scratched it and whispered instructions. Then the dog did something incredible. It started licking the boy's face. That calmed him down. It continued licking him for 15 minutes. Then the boy slowly got better. Some people nearby witnessed the whole thing. They were amazed. They never expected a dog to be so smart. They quickly called an ambulance. Unfortunately, the boy's condition worsened. He needed to be taken to the hospital. Luckily, the dog stayed with him until the paramedics arrived. The boy survived. We don't know what exactly the dog did, but it was definitely something special. Our next video comes from Yakutia in Russia. It's the world's coldest city. One day, a woman heard some strange noises outside. She lived in a one-story house with her daughter and 2 dogs, so she wasn't too worried. But then the noises stopped. She started to get worried. Maybe it was a wild animal. Just then, one of her dogs started to bark furiously. The woman opened the door and was shocked. She saw her second dog lying in the snow. Someone had beaten her badly. The dog was unconscious. She quickly brought her inside. She tried to warm her up, but it was no use. She took the dog to the hospital. Sadly, it was too late. The dog had passed away. The woman was devastated, but then something amazing happened. Her other dog didn't leave her side. It must have been traumatized by what happened. The woman was grateful to have such a loyal companion. Our next video comes from Puebla in Mexico. A little girl was walking home with her mother. Suddenly, some men on motorcycles approached them. The men pulled out knives and said, "Give us your stuff." The mother grabbed her daughter and started running. The men chased after them. Then suddenly, a dog appeared. It started biting the men. It distracted them long enough for the mother and daughter to get away. To this day, they don't know what happened to the dog. Did it come from around the corner or did it magically appear? Who knows? But one thing's for sure, that dog saved their lives. Our next video comes from Cordoba in Argentina. A man was walking his dog when he saw some people gathered around. He walked closer and saw something unbelievable. There was a car submerged in water. Several people were inside, but no one was getting out. The man quickly jumped into the water. He didn't think twice. He managed to pull out a boy and an elderly woman, but the rest of the people were stuck. The man's dog helped as well. It jumped into the water and guided everyone to safety. Now it's time for the kindness ripple. A stray dog saved these people's lives. It really makes you think about how great dogs are. Be sure to share this video with a friend. Dogs are considered man's best friend for a reason. They can be loyal, obedient, loving, friendly, and brave. Thanks for watching. Until next time.